Good morning, Life Point Church, and welcome back to my home. This is where we're doing our devotionals for this week, so I hope you enjoy it. And I just got a few scriptures to share with you and some good thoughts for you to think about. It was on this day in 1759 that Parson Mason Wells was born. Who was that? Well, he was an author that wrote a famous story that you're probably familiar with. He wrote a story about a young boy named George Washington who cut down a cherry tree. And when his father found out about it and confronted him, George Washington said, "I cannot tell a lie," and he admitted his guilt. Well, apparently this story that we've heard so many times and often repeated it in classes or just storytelling, we have no indication that this story was actually true. In fact, most people think that it was probably made up just to kind of embellish who George Washington was and try to portray him as an honest person. So this story was written. That reminds us a lot of times, sometimes we hear something and we think that it's true. Many people repeat things and maybe they think it's true, maybe they know it's not true, but it's often repeated or taken as truth. The Bible also warns us of hearing things or turning away from the truth really unknowingly. In Galatians chapter 1, it reads, "I am shocked that you are turning away so soon from God, who called you to himself through the loving mercy of Christ. You are following a different way that pretends to be the good news, but it is not the good news at all. You are being fooled by those who deliberately twist the truth concerning Christ." When we hear things about Jesus or we hear things about God, we have to know what's true and we have to know what's fake. Sometimes we just hear things that people often repeat. They say clever phrases and we think that it's Bible. Cleanliness is next to godliness, not in the Bible. Or Hollywood will make a video or make a show about Jesus and we think that it's true. I remember a famous movie coming out about Genesis, actual creation, and it being not true at all, but people thinking that was actually in the Bible, and it's not true. So we have to know what is actually truth, and where you can find the truth always is in His Word. So let's remember that this week, and let's look into God's Word and know the truth from what's not true. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and I look back to joining you again in my home tomorrow for our daily devotional.